Hello everyone, this is Marcia. I'm back with another project share. Today I wanted to show you guys how I use some of the book pages that I took out of the book from the altered book project. Some of the extra pages that we tore out of the book before we started altering it. So I created these a while ago, and with another altered book that I did, and I thought I would share how I did it. I will put a link in the description below showing what I'm talking about. I believe I called them pocket booklets or something, made using book pages. So I'm just going to create a couple of those today. And, well, I'll create one, but I'm going to be making two. What I've done is I've just gathered some laces and trims, and I went through my scrap box and gathered a bunch of fabrics that I plan on using. I mean, not all of them, obviously, but some of them. And I've prepped some images, and I've got some recipe cards here that I pre-cut, some things to make tags, and some already pre-bought tags. I like making my own when I can, but I just like the look of these with the paper eyelets and the strings, and they're already made, and so it just saves me a step. We got some little envelopes and bags. I got these from the dollar spot years and years ago. They're little cards. I thought they would be cute to make little round tags out of, or just leave as cards. Got some papers, and of course over here is my little cardboard box with all my scraps in it and stuff that I will be digging through. So if I'm over here off camera rummaging through stuff, you'll know what I'm doing. I will be looking for the perfect paper. Okay. Oh, and I have these. These are offcuts of the interfacing that I use for the inside of my books. And what I want to do is take some fabric scraps and make fabric scrap tags to put inside the booklets, which I think will be really cute. They can be used as bookmarks, or I don't know, something like that, something cute to add into your journal. So to start off with, I'm going to move some of this out of my way so I have a place to work. And so what we're going to start off with is these book pages like this. They come out of the center of the signature. They're already attached. They have holes in them, but that's okay. We're gonna reinforce them. The first thing I'm gonna do, if I can get my brain wrapped around it, is I'm simply gonna take two of those sets like that, and I'm gonna glue them together. That's it. This is my favorite glue stick, and we're gonna be stitching around the whole thing anyways, so I'm not concerned about it being a perfect hold. I mean, it's going to hold. I want it to hold, but it's not going to be perfectly adhered one to the other, which is fine with me. Now, if you have a book page with a picture on it, like I think one of these like this, that's not a good picture, obviously. I'm not going to use that. But if you had something that had a cute picture from a book that you wanted to use, like in that last project I did, the altered book, it had the cute animals in it, that would be really cute on like the front of the book, or the back of the book, even anywhere in the book that you wanted to save a picture and have it showing. That I think that would be really cute. I tried finding some from the altered book of the animals. Most of them featured a skunk though, and as adorable as he was, I didn't really think that would be a theme that other people would appreciate probably as much as I do. I think skunks are super cute. I don't want to get close to one unless he's been de-skunked. What's that? Deodorized? I don't know what they call it, but they are super adorable. And we're just going to glue them together like this just to make it sturdier. And that's not quite square, but that's okay. As long as it opens and closes well, it's okay. I am not a perfectionist. I've tried in the past to be a perfectionist, and I've learned quickly that that is just not the route to go. Not for me, because I'm nowhere near good enough. Now, I could trim that up if I wanted to, but I'm not going to worry about it. And then what I'm going to do, because this is not a picture that I want to keep, I'm going to take this and I'm going to create some pockets with it. So I'm going to figure out how I want my pockets. I'm going to do a side pocket this way. That way I get a pocket and a little tuck spot. So I'm just going to fold this over kind of like so. So that'll be a side pocket that way and a little tuck spot. And this one, I am going to fold the corner down, but I'm going to fold it in because I don't want to see that picture. Normally, I mean, in the altered book I always folded them in and created a flip up, but this one has a picture on it. So then what I'm going to do is kind of line it up as best I can. Excuse me. I'm going to just kind of tack down this flap a bit, just so it doesn't interfere with anything later on. You don't want something like a tag or something to get caught on it. Okay, line it back up. I'm just going to run just on the edge, just on what would be the spine of, if this, since it's a booklet, this is essentially the spine. And then I'm also going to go along the bottom. And because I don't know how far up to go, I'm just going to come over here. Hopefully I'm in front, yes. On this edge over here. And hopefully keep it all lined up like so, and like that. I did have a little bit of glue sticking out the top, but that's okay. Press it down, and now it's glued on 3 sides, and we have a pocket right there. And then on this one will be a little bit easier. I'm just gonna, it's already lined up, I don't have to worry about it shifting. So I'm just going to run the glue on the 3 sides. And do that. And then because I want this to stay down to be a tuck spot, I'm going to put a little bit of glue here on either side. And there we have the base of our booklet. And we can, I got fuzz flying in my face. Sorry, it's completely off topic. We have the basic structure of our booklet then. What we're going to do is decorate it. You can paint it. I have one here that is sort of ready. I got ahead of myself, and I had already painted pages. Or what did I, oh yes, when I was making the book I was testing how I wanted to paint the pages, I think. I don't remember 100% what I was doing. But I had these pre-painted, so I glued them together. So this is 2 sheets, you can see, glued together. But I didn't make any pockets. So I think what I'm going to do, if I can find some, is we can just create some pockets, or a pocket, out of... This came from the same book, so I know it's the same size. And we can just create a pocket. And I think I'm going to do a side. This has a little bit of gesso on one side. How do I want to do it? And I'm not worried about, you know, one's painted and the other's not. I'm not worried about that. I can either go in and paint this later, or I can just ink it and put gesso on it, and it will kind of, once it's all decorated, it'll kind of all blend together. Now, a plus to this, actually, before I get too ahead of myself, I'm trying to think, trying to work out what I want to do in my brain. It isn't always super, it doesn't always come to me super fast. What I'm thinking is I could stitch some lace or fabric to the side of this before I glue it down, like so. I think I'm going to do that, but first I need to ink, I don't need to, but I want to ink this up so that it's not a bright white color. So this is just my scrap piece of foam from packaging. Nothing fancy at all. Because it's just not me. Oops. Carefully so I don't tear my page. And I don't think I want to add any gesso to this. I like the, excuse me. I like the text from the book page, and it's going to be folded, so you can't read the whole thing. You can't just get the gist of the whole story. I don't want that to be a distraction. I might just kind of run a bit of extra on the edge. These turn out to be very similar to like file folders, altered file folders. That makes that a little bit darker so that you can tell it's a tuck spot. I like that. So I'm going to take some of this vintage lace I have here. My fabric scissors are getting dull. And I have my sewing machine over here and on, and I'm just going to quickly run it through just right there. Approximately right there. So I know I'm off camera. Bear with me. Yeah, I'll trim that later. I'm not worried about it. I like the strings. Okay, where's my everything? Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is just, yeah. I don't want my pages to be upside down, because if a word does stand out to someone, it might look kind of funny if it's upside down. How am I going to do this? I'm going to run glue along the 3 sides that we're going to adhere down. And this is going to be kind of a long video. I'm just going to let it run and do what I can. I'll probably just make this, I'll just finish this one right now. And the other one I'll do off screen, and then I'll show you. Maybe in another video, I'll show them both together finished. And do like a little, sort of like a flip through, but not. Because they're just booklets. There's not a lot to flip through. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Still running. Are we? Yes. Okay. I was scared for a moment. Okay. Now, on the front, this is the one, I'll finish this one off screen, and then I'll show you the finished product. There, out of the way. Now, the first thing I want to do, the main thing that I like to do to get out of the way, first and foremost, I think I want to use this. This is kind of a pretty mauve colored cotton. What I want to do is reinforce the spine, and I usually do on both the inside and the outside. So I'm going to figure out how wide I want it to be, because I'm going to run a stitch on either side. Just snip this to the width I want and tear. Cotton, muslin fabrics are great for that. And you get a super quick and square edge for the most part. Now, if you try that with really old fabrics, you could tear it across. And then cut the length I'm going to leave the bit sticking out. Gotta keep that scrap. I think I'm getting a little bit of a scratchy throat. My daughter had a cold earlier this week. She's getting better, which means, obviously, that she passed it on to someone else, which may be me. Okay, now before I glue that down, I want to create a pocket on the front here. So, let me see. What do I want to make it out of? Got some lace. It's not quite wide enough. I sprayed that with I watered down some vintage photo and sprayed it on, but you can barely tell. I mean, it's not bright white, but some lace would be pretty. But I didn't bring any lace in here. Any other lace? What was I thinking? I could do that. Kind of like that. This is some organza ribbon. I can't just rip it. But I do want to even it up some. So I'm going to put that there. And I want to put something across the top. I could do this. I like that. Or I have this kind of ruffled, which I don't like as much. I'm not a huge fan of the ruffly ribbons. I got this, it's not wide. Well, it could be wide enough with that, but oh, now what I could do is do both. Let's try that. And you probably don't know what I mean by that. I'm going to try both the fabric like so. Maybe get all my fuzz out of the way. Like that, and then put the lace over the top. What do you think of that? And then this will go there. I think I like that, and I can pin a little something on the front here, like a little bead or charm. I like this little fringe here. And okay, so I'm going to stitch these. Wait, I have to trim this first. I'm going to stitch these on. Crooked. Oh no, crooked. But it's okay. It's not that crooked. A little bit. That'll get trimmed. I'm going to trim this. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just use my glue stick and just temporarily tack it down so that A, I remember what I wanted to put there, and B, so that I can see the completed project before I stitch it. It's important not to start stitching things before you get everything in place. So what I mean by that is, like, you wouldn't want to stitch this pocket on before you've decided what you want to do here, because if you wanted to add something else here, you could stitch through your pocket or what have you. Like in some of them, what I did was I created a little notebook, which I'm folding it wrong side out, but if you put like some papers here to flip up, then you wouldn't, yeah, you would end up sewing through them when you sewed on the pocket. Things of that nature. I mean, that's not exactly, but I think you get the gist. The idea. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue this one side down because I'm done with it. It's a little bit more centered. Okay. And this glue is just, with fabric, it's just a temporary hold until I stitch it. Okay. On the back, there's a lot more of this red and gold color. This has more of the purple. Not that it matters, it all is really relevant. These little scraps I'll probably end up using for tags and things. Unless, no, I don't. And I'm sticking with the autumn theme because, well, because it's autumn. I kind of like that. What do you think? What I might do is, done before, is fold this down and add a little something. That's not sorry silk. It's quite bright. To create a little octagon shaped, octagon? What is this? 6. What, hexagon? I don't know. I don't even know why I'm trying to figure it out. It doesn't matter. It is irrelevant. Okay, I think I like that. Do I want to put that there, or do I want, yes, I like that better. I'm going to put it, see, this is where I may have screwed up, maybe. No, I have an idea. I'm going to put this here, but then I can't because of this. Oh, sorry. That was really annoying, I know. I just thought of something I could do. Let's see, find something. Oh, yes. This is like a, I don't know, it's like a corduroy maybe? I don't know, it's very textured and I like it a lot. So, what I'm thinking, I'm going to do a pocket inside a pocket. Figure out how deep I want the pocket. Okay. Now, I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to take this, fold it down like so, and I'm going to quickly stitch on some of this sari silk just across the top there. And then what I'm going to do, trim that. I'm going to stitch, I'm going to just quickly stitch around here to make a little octagon. Make sure it's kind of centered, maybe. Octagon shaped pocket. Oh, I just thought of something. Where are they? Before I do that, I might take, do I want to do orange, or do I want to bring some more of that dark color in? I can do this. I think so. I hope. Someone asked me the other day if I was good at decorating. I don't know how to answer that question because I think I'm good at decorating, but does that mean anybody else likes what I decorate? I mean, do my color combinations appeal to other people? I think based on my Etsy and how that's been going, I think yes, but I don't know. Okay, I'm going to just stitch this real quick. Hopefully. Lots of sides on this little thing to sew up. Okay, there. With this cute copper colored thread. I was going to mention that earlier, it's what I've been using, but then I forgot. Now I have a pocket, we'll have a pocket inside a pocket. I like that. So I'm going to add my temporary glue here. Just on the, oops, I got a little carried away. I don't want to do that. I want to glue my pocket shut. I mean, it would mostly just come back up, but in case it doesn't. Okay. That. I think I might, I don't know if I want to add anything to this or not. I don't think I do. No. Got a lot of gold going on. Okay, now what I'm going to do, what I was thinking of earlier. Oh, I just realized what I forgot. I'm going to make this into a little notepad booklet. Now what I forgot was a paper trimmer. I have one, but it's like, I have one handy, but it's really big and it takes up this whole table. So it's like a, what's it called? A guillotine. Am I still running? Yeah. It's called a guillotine trimmer, paper trimmer. And I love it, but I don't have a place to just leave it out and set up all the time. So I'm just going to freehand these using a already cut piece of paper as a guide. That's 3. I got some graph paper. I'm going to use it as like a cover, I think. It has a rounded corner, so I don't want the rounded corner necessarily. Have I been using my fabric scissors? Did I? I don't even know which scissors I grabbed now. Oh, actually I have this. This was from a, yeah, I'll do that. This was from a journal that I didn't end up using. And it can be slightly bigger, I think. Yeah. I've forgotten how to line up the paper all of a sudden. It's like I suddenly am like being all perfect about it. I don't know why. Did it again. Maybe I should move those. What do you think? Probably. Okay. I'm not going to use those. Okay, so we have, I'm still going to use the ledger. I like it. Kind of like that. Is it too big? Maybe a little bit. I might trim just No, I'm going to trim all of them. This isn't going to give me a perfect cut, but I guess I'm cutting them all at the same time. But it's okay. Like I said, not going for perfection. There we go. Yeah. Okay, now I kind of want to put something on the front of this first. These eco-dyed. I like that. These eco-dyed papers. This has a nice, it's subtle, but it's a nice print of a maple leaf. Hopefully you can see that. And I do want it to be just torn across the top. And then I'm going to trim these. I do want to say I've gotten mostly good responses from my the Altered Book Project videos, the longer ones. And I appreciate that. Thank you guys who have spoken up and said that you like the longer videos, the chatty stuff, because that's what I prefer making. I don't like taking the time. I'm going to make this a little pocket, I think. And I want, what do I want? I don't want to put a leaf on a leaf because that takes away from the natural prints. Do I want to put anything there? Do I? Do I though? I don't know. I don't want to cover it up necessarily, but maybe just something along the bottom. I kind of like that, I think. Or do I want to do, maybe this, it's got some ink on it, but if I flip it over, it just kind of adds an earthy, rustic kind of element to it. Hope you guys can hear me. Sorry, my voice does get quieter the more I talk. It's just what it is. Today you guys get to see me in full creation mode because I didn't pre-plan any of these. I put way too much glue. I went clear to the edge. Okay, so I'm going to stitch that on there. I had fun last week. I spent a couple days eco-dyeing and using fabric dye and spraying pages with leaves on them to leave imprints. It was a lot of fun. It took up my whole dining room. I just have to tell you, it was funny when I eco-dyed some pages. My kids came home from school and they're like, "Oh, what are you cooking? That smells really good." And all it was the eco-dyed pages. And then the next day, I didn't do any eco-dyed pages, but I grilled cheese. I made a grilled cheese sandwich. And they came home and they said, "Ew, what did you do today?" The grilled cheese sandwich stunk, but the eco-dyed papers smelled good. It smelled like barbecue, apparently. Okay, I'm going to just zigzag stitch this on here. So now we have a pocket, and this is going to be on the top of it'll be the cover of our little notebook. Could be a journal. Now what I want to do is decorate the top here with something. Do I want to? Oh yes, yes I do. This is a ribbon. It was a wired ribbon. I just took the wire out of it. And then what I'm going to do is make a mess with all these tiny little fine fibers, threads, and just fray it. So I really like that shimmery, what color is that? What is that color? Someone help me out. It's like a maroon, maybe? Okay, I'll put that across the top with maybe something. I know what I want to do, I think. I had a tiny little scrap, yes, of, what is that called? Tapestry. And you guys should know me, if you've watched my video at all, or my channel at all, you guys know I love rough frayed edges, and tapestry is really good for that. And I like the colors. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attempt to do. I've only done this one other time. I'm going to layer all this up and put a little bit, I'm going to help myself out and put a little bit of glue here. Hold some of it together. And I'm going to attempt to run all of this through my sewing machine to create a little notebook. Do I like that there? Yeah, I do. I think I do. Pretty sure. Too late. Too late to change my mind now. Not really. It isn't. I haven't stitched it yet. I'm just rambling. I know. I'm aware. Okay, now I'm going to take these, I'm going to tap them together like so, hopefully, and I'm going to run some stitches across the top. And it's rustic, it's rough, it's not perfect, but it's quite pretty if you ask me. Here we go, through the sewing machine. I'm just going to do one straight stitch across the top. My page's moved. Okay. And it's stuck. The sewing machine's stuck. Help it out a bit. Maybe it's just too thick. Maybe I'm going to trick it into thinking it's not. What in the world? Okay, maybe I won't be able to. Well, that's a bummer. Oh, I think I know what happened. The tapestry folded over a little bit. Since tapestry is thick, let's try it one more time. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, come on now. Work with me here. There we go. Got it. Okay. There you can see I kind of had some issues, but worked through it. Persevered. Persevered to make my sewing machine do what I wanted it to do. All right? Okay, now, this is pretty much, I'll keep that. I gotta clean some of this up. Sorry, I can't function. Okay. I need to, I don't know why I haven't yet. I need to glue this down. Now I think the light color of the scrapbook paper kind of helps to coordinate with this paper here that is not painted, but then you have the background that is painted. Okay, I'm gonna also glue this down because I am gonna be stitching through it one more time just to secure it with some fuzz. I don't want it hanging off the edge. When I stitch through it the next time, it's just going to be through the top right here. Because now what the next step that we're going to do is to, oh yeah, I need to glue that down. We're going to stitch around each page individually. So we're not crossing over across the spine. We're going to do each page individually. And I'm not going to do that on camera. I'm about to call this done. You guys get the gist of it. I keep saying that. You get the basis of it. You have the booklet. It's going to flip out. Now when I stitch, I have to be careful not to stitch through these pages. So when I go along the bottom, I'll have to fold it up. And I'll have to go very close to the edge. Because I'm just going to do a stitch all the way around. And you will see that in my next video. What I'm going to be doing next is showing the finished products, and I will be making some tags and cards and things to go inside, and I'll do some stamping, and then it will just be a finished product, and I will have 2 of them to show because I'll finish the other one. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all of your support.